Everybody, today is Tuesday morning, so this is a heads up. We are moving very strongly here in gold. There's a lot of bullish power. Well, we've seen the last week Friday close. We had a bullish move. I think it was this one here, and it just continued to move higher on Monday. It picked up the last week's trend on Monday already, which is not that usual, but it did, and it continues today. So we've got a carry over a couple of days. Well, is this sustainable? Well, I think yes. It's not only a one-day bar and then it fails, as we've seen many times here in these higher time frames, as price are consolidating and compressing the power, building up the energy right into a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. Well, that's basically the last pattern, bigger pattern we see on the daily bar. That's an S1, right? It triggered right here. I think it was on Thursday or Wednesday. And this is a stop run move, right? This is a minor stop run level. This is a stop run level clustered with this one. So they're both together. This is one. So it's basically taken out here within a few days. This, and now it's shooting for this. As I mentioned before, this is a very important level. Why? Because this level we see here is very close to this one. So it's another cluster. Now this one here, let's just have a look at it. Are these two? Well, if this gets broken, well, then basically we're looking for the next level higher, and that's another cluster here. If this one gets broken, well, we're off to new highs, right? Here, off to new highs. So I think we've just started. That might actually be, and I think it is, the start of an epic move in gold higher that people will talk about for many years. Well, let's have a look at but what happens here is this S1 pattern daily could actually trigger this weekly S1 pattern, right? This is the high. So if we break this one, then we break the consolidation high of this one. So then this gets fully triggered. This could trigger then this monthly S1 pattern with the consolidation high being here. And then this triggers basically this overall S2 pattern we have here on a quarterly chart. Well, it's actually an S2 pattern here. This is the rounded shape. This is the test bar, right? So this move here is the test bar of this quarterly S2. So there's a lot of pressure in the system. So let's have a look now from a higher time frame what we can expect going forward. Well, let's see. So if this is the overall pattern, right? Well, then we're looking for a momentum move of that sort. It basically goes from 500 something to 2000, so that's a fourfold. So we're looking for a target of around 8,000, 8 to 10,000. Well, this is then only a start, right? You think it might have moved a lot already, gold? Well, it did not. We're looking for a target of 8 to 10,000 here. And we're looking for a momentum move that is a measured move, an exact copy, basically. That's what we are projecting out, right? So that means that we should see many good sized, not too big, but many good sized quarters, bullish quarters, with only a few one bar or two bar pullback. So we're basically looking for a micro channel, a very strong and smooth uptrend, right? Even as a good series of bullish bars. Well, that's kind of a trader's dream, right? I mean, we have started the commodity super cycle a few years back, I think 2 or 3 years back, and then this might be now the next asset class after US equities to actually get right into this cycle, right, into this acceleration mode. This will be huge, right, gold, because it has so many stop run levels close by. And this will, I mean, you'll read in the press if it happens, right? If you break the high, you'll read about it. If it makes a big move, which it should, when it makes a stop run move, it could go to the 2,600 level. Well, it will be all in the press. Well, that's the stop run move, and then comes the pullback, right? So never buy a news, buy the rumors and sell the news. But if you rely on the patterns, well, that's what you do, right? So it looks very good and very bullish. I don't think this is a one-time thing. I think we have started to move outside of the quarterly chart, and we are about to trigger, right? The S2 here on the quarterly triggers basically what is the last dominant high. It's either this one or this one. So that signal comes late, but we had an earlier signal which was this one, and then we had another earlier signal which was this one, and we had an earlier signal which was this one here, right? I got into a long-term investment position with a leveraged certificate. It's like a leveraged ETF around here. I don't mind being a little bit late for long-term investment because I want to hold it, let's see how that pans out. I want to hold it for years. I'm already in a long-term silver position. Well, let's have a look at silver. Silver has catched up, right? I was hoping to get a drop here, which would have been buying silver at a discount. Well, it didn't happen. It basically follows the bullishness of gold, which is good. It's another confirmation. We see it here, right? Very bullish. Again, we've got stop run levels here. It doesn't show yet a lot. It's more congested, right? Here in these time frames. So let's see. Silver, again, it's a bit like natural gas. It's the little crazy brother. It can do anything, right? Even though it's completely congested here, or it can cut through with a few big green bars. And if gold is bullish, well, silver has a tendency to be bullish too. So we can expect quite a bit here with silver. Now, having said that, this might be the starting point of a very big move, of a very big annual move. We're actually looking here for silver to breaking this high, right? That's a consolidation high only. Breaking the high is not the target. So the target is basically well above 200, right? So now we're at 25. So we're looking for a tenfold or even more in silver. And I talked about that over the last couple of years, right? About what the targets are. So, but what's going on now, right? We want to trade now. Well, one thing is investments you can do, right? Based on these patterns. The other thing is, okay, what can we trade now? Well, this is an EMA trend. This is an EMA trend right now. This not, right? It's not smooth enough. This is an EMA trend. So we go to lower time frames to look for patterns, right? I don't see anything here setting up or in the making. Well, let's have a look at gold. So now that there's a lot of bullishness here, and this acts as a magnet, right? So we have to assume now that it's going to attack this level, at least test it or test it higher, right? Or break it and move higher. So we basically have to assume that this trend is going to continue. This is not a super trend. Well, this is not a super trend, but a very strong EMA trend, right? Well, we had an S1 pattern here in this time frame. And we had another pattern here, right? And this is another pattern here, which we see actually here. So we've got a pattern within a pattern within a pattern. All this adds to this bullishness, right? That we see. If we see patterns coming in, well, that gives a lot of bullishness to the overall perspective. And now it's moving, it's accelerating really nicely. So now here we can see that the magnet is actually, the closer it gets to the magnet level, right, the more there's this pull factor, pull to and then push through. That's the stop run level and a magnet hike. So making a move like that, well, this could be the next momentum move, right? The next momentum move, well, we need a consolidation. Now EMA trending, even this is EMA trending, right? So we could get a pattern here or here because this is EMA trending, or here because this is EMA trending, right? We might get a good number of patterns. So it's really moving with a lot of momentum. So I'm looking forward to get your trade logs because I think you caught, some of you caught these patterns. So these are S1s. I'm sure we get S2s. We get S2s as well.